Hello to all of my beautiful ladies who are tuned in to another Single Woman Talk with me, Annette C. So I'm in the gym early this morning. I decided to just start working out early in the morning, but that is not why I'm here. I wanted to kind of talk about, just to tell you guys that, I grew up in the church, if you haven't noticed. I talk about God a lot because He's just been a part of my life for so long. It's just, out of habit. That's what I do. I read my Bible, I pray daily. And I was having a conversation the other day, and someone was talking to me about how, they just feel like they meet people who don't have good intentions. They're a nice person. They grew up in the church. They were taught to, be nice to everyone, to be kind. And they feel like they just keep on ending up in situations to where people either use them or abuse them, treat them bad. And, here's my thing. I grew up in the church as well. And, I've also got that teaching. And it's apparent, in the Bible, God wants us to treat everyone right. For me, I tried to say, just because you grew up a certain way, just because you grew up and people tell you to be kind and to be nice, you can do that. But you also have to do that for yourself. If you're constantly feeling used, abused, depleted, empty, you will not be, there's nothing for you to give to someone else. You cannot be in a relationship. What can you give to someone else? And just because you're nice, just because you're kind, however you grew up, that does not give you the okay to destroy yourself in the process of loving someone else. If you have to sacrifice your sanity, your heart, your mind, in order for you to love to love someone else, it's not worth it. I just wanted to say that just look at your situation. How I always say is, if you're dealing with someone and you're having issues, you're having issues in the relationship, it's always a constant tug and pull, you're confused, you don't know if this person really likes you, 1 minute they're good, next minute they're not, 1 minute they're hot, next minute they're cold. I always say actions speak louder than words. If someone is pushing you away, if someone is acting like they don't want you around, acting like they don't want to be bothered with you, then that's what it is. They don't want to be bothered with you. They don't want you around. Because someone who truly loves you is not going to purposely hurt you. In relationships, communication is important. You should be able to talk to that person and tell them, look, when you do X, it bothers me. When you do Y, it hurts me. I don't like that. And I always say communication is important, and you should express yourself on what bothers you, what hurts you, because then you can know if that person cares. Because if I come to you and I tell you, when you do X, that bothers me. When you do Y, that hurts me. Maybe that person didn't know. Maybe they genuinely did not know and understand, okay, my actions or my lack of actions is bothering this person that I really care about. And now that I know that, I'm going to do things differently, because that's what a person who really loves you is going to do. But if you go to them and you tell them, when you do X, that bothers me, when you do Y, that bothers me, and they still constantly do it, then you have your answer. You have what you need. So, that is why I always say communication is important, because we can't read each other's minds. I can't read your mind, and you can't read my mind. And I don't expect that. What I can do is tell you what it is, figure out what's going on, and then we move forward from there. But it's very telling if the other person is not willing to compromise, or not willing to do whatever they have to do in order to make things work. Just like I said, actions speak louder than words. Then you already know what's going on. You already know, okay, this is what it is. They're not trying to put forth the effort, because a relationship takes the effort of two people. Two people, not one carrying both of y'all, not one put in all the work. That's not a relationship. Excuse me, that is a relationship. It's a one-sided relationship. So sometimes we wonder why we feel so depleted with certain people and certain relationships, and we wonder why we get hurt, and we're always hurting ourselves. You have to look at, why do you keep attracting the same types of people, just different names? Why do you keep attracting those type of people? Why do you keep gravitating to those type of people? Because there's billions of people in this world. Think about all of the people that you come across every single day, all of the people that you meet, all of the people that you speak to, all of the people who scroll through your social media pages, all the people that you scroll through social media pages, all of these people that you interact with and you cross paths with every single day. Think about that. And out of all of these people that you cross every single day, you decide every single person that you end up with, the relationship ends up going the same type of way. It either ends the same way or you end up having the same type of issues. That's when you have to think about it. Okay, why do I gravitate towards these kind of people? Why do I constantly allow people who don't treat me well, who don't have my best interest at heart? People who I feel like I always got to put in most of the work. People who have a don't care attitude. People who I know are not in a position to be in a relationship to begin with. Why do I keep on allowing them in my life? Why do I keep on allowing them to have access to my mind and my heart? Because your mind and your heart, you have to protect that. Nobody else. That's nobody else's job but yours. So again, you have to think about it. Why do I keep on, gravitating towards these type of people? Out of all of the people in this world, I keep on gravitating towards these type of people. And it happens. It happens to everyone. It happens. And what I usually say is, this is a great, this is a great activity for any of you women to do that are kind of struggling. You feel like you keep on meeting the same type of man or the same type of partner, and they're not treating you well. You feel like you're doing all you can do and you don't know what else to do. This is what you can do. Get a sheet of paper and fold it horizontally. Is that vertically or horizontal? Fold it in half. On one side of the paper, you're gonna write characteristics of your ideal partner. And when I say characteristics, just everything. What you want in your ideal partner. If God said to you, I'm going to welcome to Build a Man. This is where you can build your own man, whoever you want. Let me know what you want. You want patience, you want kindness, you want family-oriented, what you want. I'm going to put all of that, mix it up, and give it to you. So you got to make a list, and then keep the paper folded as you're doing this. And then on the other side, you flip it over, and the person that you're currently dealing with, whether it's a situationship, whether it's a relationship, whether y'all are dating, whether the person is stringing you along, whether you have a crush on them, whether it's a potential mate, whoever. I want you to write down the characteristics of this person. And be honest, be truthful. Be truthful. Be truthful. Please be truthful. Write down all the characteristics of this person. And once you finish doing that, I want you to take the paper and unfold it and have both lists standing side by side. And I want you to read and compare both lists. Are they similar? And I'm not saying 100%, because if you got 100% of the same list on both sides, then sis, marry that man, marry that person. But what I'm saying is that if a majority of the list is the same, then you're on the right track. You're doing good for yourself. But if that list is totally opposite, you have to reevaluate that relationship. And I'm not saying, when I was younger, I used to make a list. My list used to consist of a lot of like foolish and unimportant stuff, like the way he looks and his height and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that is not important, but it just, as you get older, that stuff is not important to you. You start to want, you pay attention and to other stuff, So for me, what I'm saying is characteristics, like, do you want him to be family oriented? Do you want him to be God-fearing? Do you want him to be, honest? Do you want him to be romantic? Do you want him to be kind? Do you want him to be generous? What kind of person do you want him to be? Like, how do you want him to be? How do you want him to treat you? How do you want to feel? How do you want him to make you feel? And then do that for the person that you're currently dealing with. And just really being honest with yourself and study it. And I say this activity helps, and you can do this for any potential person. So let's say somebody is trying to court you, right? You can do that for this person, any potential mate, any person that you're trying to date, any person that you have a crush on. And the benefit of doing this list is so that you can identify the red flags right away. Right away. Because guess what? When you know what you want, when you know who you are, you're able to see, okay, that is not what I want. That is not going to fit with me. It's not going to fit into my life. That is not what I want. So you don't have to waste your time dealing with someone or leading them on or leading yourself on. You can say from the beginning, look, he's a nice guy. He has a lot of great things going for himself, but he's not the right guy for me. And that's okay. It's okay. There's billions of people in this world. There's so many people that you cross paths with every single day, whether in person or online. So you will meet someone. You will meet other people. But, that's all I wanted to say. You are not obligated to destroy yourself, to break your own heart, to mend somebody's heart back together. You're not obligated to fix someone else and in the process mess yourself up. You're not obligated to do that. I've never heard anyone say that is what you're supposed to do. Because you can't fix anyone. We all have demons that we're fighting. We all have things that we're going through. But a person is only going to change when they want to change. No matter how much I love a person, no matter how pretty I am, no matter how much money I have, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how good my sex is, no matter how much I buy for them, no matter how much I do for them, a person is only going to change when they want to change. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can give your all. You can give a kidney. You can give body parts. You can sacrifice whatever. A person is only going to change when they want to change. So you are not obligated to destroy yourself, to break your own heart in order to put somebody else's heart back together. That's not your job. That's not your job. Unless you're a surgeon in real life, then that is your job. And go ahead, sis. But if that's not your job, it's not. God says love your neighbor as you love yourself. He didn't say love them more. He didn't say love them more. He said love them as you love yourself. Now, I feel like that means a lot, because if that was the case, he could have just said, just love thy neighbor. But he said, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So all I'm saying is love yourself, sis. That's it. That is it. How you treat yourself is how you show people how you treat yourself. Show people how you love yourself so that you can love other people. That's it. So it's early in the morning. I'm gonna stop red. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in and who supports my channel, who watches my video. Please send this. You know, I'm so sorry. I know I'll be all over the place, but you know, I try and get all of my thoughts out so that I can help my sisters, because guess what? I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. And, you know, this is stuff that I wish someone was able to come and talk to me about, you know, and kind of give me some pointers. But sometimes you feel like you don't, no one understands. Either you're embarrassed to talk about it, or you just feel like no one will really understand. Girl, I understand. I understand, okay? So, again, I love you, and I will be praying for you. Have a good day. Bye.